All right, today we're jumping into the absolutely beautiful and fascinating Yoruba language. If you've ever wondered how a single word could mean money, trade, or even a broom just by changing the pitch of your voice, well, you are in exactly the right place. Let's get into it. So, let's start with the big question. What exactly is the Yoruba language? Well, it's way more than just a bunch of words. It's this incredibly rich language that has its own unique, almost musical quality. And we're going to break down what makes it so special. So first up, we're going to cover the essentials. The basics. Where in the world is Yoruba spoken, who speaks it, and what's the one key feature that really makes it stand out?
Okay, so Yoruba has a huge footprint. We're talking millions of native speakers, mostly in southwest Nigeria, but also in neighboring countries like Benin and Togo, not to mention communities all over the globe. But here's the most important fact. The one thing you really need to get, it is a tonal language. That one little detail is the key to understanding everything else.
So let's dive right into that idea of tone. This is where we're going to unlock what's called the secret of tone. Honestly, this is where the real magic of the Yoruba language truly happens. It's so cool. So what in the world is a tonal language? Well, it's a language where the pitch of your voice, whether it's high, mid, or low, is just as important as the letters themselves. Now, this isn't about emotion, like when your voice goes up when you ask a question. Nope. In Yoruba, the tone is literally part of the word's definition. Which, of course, leads to a pretty mind-bending question, right? How can one little word, spelled the exact same way on paper, actually mean three totally different things? The answer, as you've probably guessed, is all about the tone. And this is where it all clicks. Get this. Take the word spelled O-W. Now listen really carefully. If I say it with a high tone, owo, it means money. If I use a flat mid-tone, owo, it means trade. And with a low tone, owo, it means broom. Money, trade, broom. Same spelling, three completely different meanings. That right there is the power of tone. Okay, so now that we've got a handle on just how important sound is, let's look at the actual building blocks of the written language, the Yoruba alphabet, or the alufabese. So, how many letters are we working with? A nice, clean 25. But as you're about to see, a few of them are going to look a little different from what you might be used to. And here they are, the whole crew. You'll recognize most of them, but keep your eyes peeled for some unique characters in the mix. We've got A, B, D, E, A, F, G, GB, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, R, S, Sh, T, U, W, Y. Did you spot the new ones? Let's take a closer look at what makes this alphabet so distinct. This chart makes it crystal clear. So in Yoruba, you're not going to find C, Q, V, X, or Z. Instead, you get these really cool special letters. There's E, which sounds like the E in bet. Then you have O, which is a really open aw sound, kind of like in the word cot. Sh is easy. It's just a sh sound, like in shoe. And then there's the really unique one, GB. It's this combined sound you make by saying G and B almost at the same time. It's a tricky one you really have to hear to get. All right, we've tackled tones, we've looked at the alphabet, so let's bring it all home and talk about your very first step into the world of Yoruba. Look, if you only remember two things today, make it these. First, Yoruba is a tonal language. How high or low your voice is can completely change what you're saying. Just remember owo, owo, owo. And second, the alphabet has 25 letters, with some special characters that give the language its totally unique sound. These 2 points are the absolute foundation.
And that's really it for our intro. So the question I'll leave you with is this. Now that you know the basics, you've got the idea of tones and the special letters down, what's the very first word you want to learn? Your journey has just